Introduction image. Wide establishing shot of ancient Athens at dawn. The Acropolis stands proudly in the background, with the Parthenon clearly visible. White marble buildings with terracotta roofs line winding stone streets. The Agora, marketplace, is coming to life. Merchants setting up stalls with colorful fabrics, pottery, and produce. Smoke rises from morning fires. The light is golden and soft. Character design, Socrates, a 70-year-old man with a deeply lined, thoughtful face. His beard is white and untrimmed, his hair receding. He wears a simple, worn himation, a rectangular woolen cloak in plain beige or off-white draped over one shoulder. His chiton tunic underneath is equally simple and made of coarse fabric. He is barefoot or wears simple leather sandals. His eyes are calm but penetrating. Image inside the courtroom, a large open-air dicasterion courtroom. 501 jurors sit on stepped stone benches, dressed in varied colored himations. The room is crowded and noisy. Socrates stands alone in the center on a wooden platform. Sunlight streams in from above, creating dramatic shadows. Image prompt inside the courtroom, a large open-air dicasterion courtroom. 501 jurors sit on stepped stone benches, dressed in varied colored himations. The room is crowded and noisy. Socrates stands alone in the center on a wooden platform. Sunlight streams in from above, creating dramatic shadows. Visual, opening shot of ancient Athens. Pan across the agora, showing people trading, talking. Then focus on a worried crowd gathering outside a courtroom. Transition to inside, a large room with 501 jurors sitting on stone benches. Socrates, a 70-year-old man with a plain robe and calm demeanor, stands in the center. Narrator, this is Athens, the birthplace of democracy, philosophy, and freedom. But today in this very city, freedom of thought is on trial. Meet Socrates, a man known to every Athenian not for his wealth or power, but for his relentless questioning. At 70 years old, he faces his first trial ever. The charges? Corrupting the youth and not believing in the city's gods. The punishment if found guilty? Death. The old rumors image. Flashback scene. A cozy Athenian interior. A young boy, 8 years old, sits at the feet of his father, who is dressed in a rich, deep blue himation. The father gestures ominously as he speaks. Image prompt. The Agora. Daytime. Socrates walks past a fruit stall. Two merchants, one fat, one thin, in stained work chitons, stop talking and glare at him. One points subtly. The other shakes his head in disapproval. Visual. Flashback scenes showing young children hearing stories about Socrates from their parents. Show people whispering in the marketplace, pointing at Socrates as he walks by. Socrates. My real problem isn't just the men accusing me today. It's the rumors that have been spreading for years. Stories you've heard since you were children. People whisper that Socrates is a wise man who thinks about the heavens and earth, who makes bad arguments sound good, and who doesn't believe in our gods. These old stories are like shadows, hard to fight, hard to catch, but always there. Visual. Socrates walks toward the jury, his hands open in a gesture of honesty. Socrates. I'm like a stranger in my own city. These rumors have painted a picture of me that isn't real. So today I ask you to listen not to my style of speaking, but to the truth of what I say. The oracle's mystery image, the Temple of Apollo at Delphi. A magnificent building perched on a mountainside, surrounded by steep cliffs and olive trees. A long line of pilgrims snakes up the sacred way. The scene has a mystical, hazy quality. Character design, Chaerephon, a man of similar age to Socrates but thinner and more intense. His himation is dark gray. He has a feverish, earnest look in his eyes.
This is Athens, the birthplace of democracy, philosophy, and freedom. But today, in this very city, freedom of thought is on trial. Meet Socrates, a man known to every Athenian not for his wealth or power, but for his relentless questioning. At 70 years old, he faces his first trial ever. The charges? Corrupting the youth and not believing in the city's gods? The punishment if found guilty? Death. My real problem isn't just the men accusing me today. It's the rumors that have been spreading for years. Stories you have heard since you were children. People whisper that Socrates is a wise man who thinks about the heavens and earth, who makes bad arguments sound good, and who doesn't believe in our gods. These old stories are like shadows, hard to fight, hard to catch, but always there. I'm like a stranger in my own city. These rumors have painted a picture of me that isn't real. So today, I ask you to listen not to my style of speaking, but to the truth of what I say. So, how did all this begin? It started with my friend Chaerephon, a man many of you knew. He went to the famous oracle at Delphi and asked the priestess a bold question. Is anyone wiser than Socrates? The priestess, speaking for the god Apollo, gave a clear answer. No one is wiser than Socrates. When I heard this, I was completely confused. I know I'm not wise. I know how much I don't know. So what could the god possibly mean? I decided to find someone wiser than myself, to prove the oracle wrong.
I first went to a famous politician, a man everyone considered wise. After talking with him, I realized that while everyone thought he was wise, and he certainly thought he was wise, he actually knew very little. When I tried to point this out, he became furious. He hated me for showing him he wasn't as wise as he thought. As I left, I thought, we both know nothing about what's truly important. But he thinks he knows, while I know that I don't know. So in that small way, I am wiser. Next, I went to the poets, the great writers and artists. They could create beautiful words, but when I asked them what their poems meant, they couldn't explain them. Their talent came from inspiration, like a musician playing a tune, not from real understanding. Finally, I visited the skilled craftsmen. These men were true experts in their trades. The potters knew everything about clay, the blacksmiths about metal. But here was the problem. Because they were masters of their craft, they thought they were masters of everything, of justice, of life, of the gods. Their expertise in one area made them blind to their ignorance in others. After talking to all these people, I finally understood what the god meant. I, Socrates, am the wisest, not because I know so much, but because I know that I know nothing. Human wisdom is worth very little. True wisdom belongs only to the gods. My mission became clear: to show people that what they think they know isn't real knowledge. But as you can imagine, this made me very unpopular. Nobody likes being shown they're not as wise as they think. All these important people I've questioned over the years, that's the real reason I'm standing here today.
So why do I keep doing this? Let me explain with a story. Think of our city, Athens, as this great and noble horse. It's strong, beautiful, but because it's so large, it's become slow and sleepy. It needs to be awakened to move forward. I am that gadfly, sent by the gods to buzz around our sleeping city. All day, every day, I land on you. I sting you. I annoy you. I ask you uncomfortable questions. Why? To wake you up. To make you think. To make you care about truth, about justice, about the state of your souls. Look at me. I'm 70 years old, and I've lived in poverty my whole life. Why? Because I've been too busy doing this work, your work, to make money. I come to each of you like a father or older brother, urging you to care about what's truly important. My poverty is the proof of my dedication. If you kill me, you won't find another like me easily. You'll be like someone who kills the gadfly thinking they can go back to peaceful sleep. You might sleep for the rest of your lives. Unless God, in His mercy, sends you another gadfly. Understand this: by killing me, you harm yourselves more than you harm me. My accusers can end my life, but they cannot harm my soul. The real evil is what you do to yourselves when you kill an innocent man. Don't be sad for me. Be of good cheer about death. Here is a truth you can rely on: no real evil can happen to a good person, not in life, and not after death. The gods do not abandon good people. I have one last favor to ask. When my sons grow up, I want you to watch them. If you see them caring more about money or status than about being good people. If you see them pretending to be important when they're not. Then I want you to punish them. Trouble them. Scold them. Just as I have troubled you. Make them understand that virtue matters more than wealth, that being a good person matters more than seeming important. Socrates drank the poison hemlock shortly after this speech. He died as he lived, questioning, thinking, and staying true to his principles. His final message wasn't about saving his life, but about saving our minds from sleep. He taught us that the unexamined life is not worth living, and that sometimes, the most annoying questions are the most important ones.
Hey everyone! Lit Phoenix Fox here! Let's make our voice heard. Light up the like button, join our flock by subscribing, share the story to spread the spark and help me grow like you. Tell me in the comments what you thought was lit about this adventure.
Thank you.